Welcome to the Midnight Library. I see you found your way here, despite the hour. Tell me, what time is it where you are? And where are you listening from?
People think being famous means never feeling lonely again. They imagine a life filled with lights, fans, admiration, love. But let me tell you something they don't put in the captions. Fame is loud on the outside and cripplingly silent on the inside. I wasn't chasing followers. I wasn't chasing brands. It all started as something small, something just for me. Makeup was my escape, a way to feel human. It helped me process emotion, control chaos, find beauty where I saw none. I made monsters out of mascara, illusions out of blush. I didn't wear a mask. I created them. Then one day, I posted a Halloween look. Cracked angel, porcelain skin, shattered edges, a halo I built from dollar store wire. It went viral. Overnight, I became the girl with the face, the one who could morph into anything. My inbox flooded. Agencies called. My follower count exploded. And before I could catch my breath, I was no longer a girl with brushes and ideas. I was a brand. My days filled with contracts, campaigns, shoots, endorsements. My face was scheduled weeks in advance. My moods were budgeted into deadlines. My meals became props. My personality filtered for public consumption. Every morning, my manager knocked before sunrise. Up, glam team's waiting. Content calendar says we shoot 3 looks today. Keep smiling. They love when you smile. But I didn't want to smile. Not really. I missed waking up slowly. Missed looking in the mirror and seeing myself. Not a product. I missed being real. I thought my friends might pull me back, keep me grounded. But as my fame grew, their messages changed. They stopped asking, "How are you?" They started asking, "Can you post this for me? I have this project. Just tag me once." And when I didn't, they stopped showing up altogether. So yeah, I had millions of eyes on me and not a single soul who saw me. Then came her. It was a quiet night. I'd just come home from back-to-back shoots. My lashes were crusted with glue. My skin raw from reapplying foundation 4 times. My spine ached. I scrolled through my DMs like I always did. A mindless ritual to fight the silence. One message caught my eye. "You looked beautiful today. I hope you're getting rest. You deserve it." Simple, soft, from a user named Rina XOXO. No profile picture, no blue check, just kind. I didn't respond. She sent another message the next night. And the next, different words, but the same warmth. After a week, I typed 2 words. "Thank you." And just like that, the door opened. We started talking. Nothing deep at first, just surface-level sweetness. She said she'd followed me since my early days, said I inspired her, that she missed the older me, the girl who painted monsters and cried at 2 a.m. She told me I didn't need to be perfect for her. Somehow that broke me. We started calling, voice at first, then video. I don't even know when that became normal, it just did. Rina looked like someone who read poetry. Oversized hoodies, loose bun, thick-rimmed glasses. Her room was always dimly lit. Fairy lights strung behind her, soft music in the background. She always smiled like she knew something gentle. She never asked about followers, never talked about my looks. She asked how I felt. She listened when I broke down, when I said I didn't recognize myself anymore, when I confessed I sometimes cried in the back of the car after shoots, silently because I didn't want my manager to think I was broken. And she always replied with things like, You don't need to fix yourself. You were never broken. Even stars burn out. It doesn't make them less beautiful. God, I needed that. I didn't even realize how much. Sometimes I'd show her my room, the mess, the clutter, the real me. I'd talk with my hair undone and no concealer on, slouched in bed with my favorite mug in hand. She made me feel human again. And then, everything fell apart. It started with a call from my manager. His voice was sharp, panicked. Why didn't you tell me? Tell you what? About the photos. I didn't understand until he sent me the link. It was me. Sleeping, half covered, shirt twisted, skin exposed, breathing deeply. It wasn't staged. It wasn't content. It was real. My blanket, my pillow, the way I curled into myself. I never took that picture. I never let anyone in. But someone had been there. Then more photos came. Me changing. Me in the shower. Me crying on the floor, hugging my knees. Footage that should have never existed. Someone had been watching. And not just watching. Studying me. Every move. Every habit. Every moment I let my guard down. I called Rina. My voice cracked as I explained. She was calm. Gentle. They just want to hurt you. You're strong enough to survive this. I believe in you. And I clung to her voice because it was the only one that didn't feel like judgment. But deep down, a part of me started to fear her too. I tore apart my apartment that night, ripped open my vanity drawers, flipped pillows, unscrewed outlets. The first camera was behind the vanity mirror, then one in a vent, another tucked behind a wall art print, one inside electrical outlet. They were everywhere. I called my manager, moved to hotel. The next morning, I hired a private investigator. They swept the apartment. 8 cameras, all wireless, all feeding to a server. When they traced the IP, it led to a quiet neighborhood on the city's edge. An old apartment complex stood there, lifeless and still, its walls humming faintly from inside. My investigator called. They found the location, he said. Do you want to be here when we check it out? I don't know why I said yes. Maybe I was just curious. When we arrived, the hallway reeked of dust and old air. I counted every step down the corridor like I was walking toward a grave. At the end, the door. Peeling paint. Scratches near the lock, a doormat half torn. The door creaked open. Inside, silence. Then the smell hit me. Stale coffee. Old electronics. Something metallic underneath. And then I saw it. My bedspread. No, not mine. A replica. The room was an eerie mirror of my apartment. Not perfect, but close enough to send chills down my spine. Same pastel curtains. Same brand of moisturizer on the dresser. Same string lights around the headboard. Even the toothbrush in the cup, the same color as mine. I couldn't breathe. The walls were plastered with photos, screenshots of my face, sleeping, laughing, crying, even one from a call I barely remembered. I thought I was sharing that moment with someone I trusted. The monitors were still running, 6 different feeds. I looked away and saw the desk, covered in tech, wires, a sound mixer, a voice modulator, and on the screen, open and paused, a video. Me, talking to Rina. I turned to the investigator. Who lives here? He hesitated. It's a man. Early 30s. Real name's Mateo. I blinked. No, that's not right. This is a woman's place. Rina lives here. He looked at me and then said gently, "There is no Rina." I shook my head. No, no, no. But it made sense. The voice filters, the slight video glitches, the time she wouldn't turn her camera fully on, or how she always had bad connection when I asked for a tour of her room. I staggered back, my heart racing, my mind unraveling. I wanted to scream, wanted to rip the room apart, wanted to claw my skin off. That voice, the one that comforted me when I cried, the one that told me I wasn't broken, the one I told everything to. It was him. He was Mateo, early 30s, pale, average height, the kind of person you wouldn't look at twice in a crowd. Not because he blended in, but because there was something missing in him, something you instinctively wanted to turn away from. He had used AI to create her. Face, voice, mannerisms. He studied me to design someone I would trust, someone I would open up to. I asked the officer how long he had been doing this. "Over 3 months," he said. 3 months of lies. 3 months of pretending to be my friend, my solace, my only safe place. And I told her, him, everything. I bent over and threw up right there on the floor. He had wormed his way into my mind, my home, my trust, and shaped it all to fit his obsession. They took him away, arrested him, and I left. But it didn't stop there. The media exploded with the story. Influencer tricked by AI fan who stalked and replicated her life. Replica apartment found in stalker's home. Private footage sold by man posing as online friend. The headlines were endless. Comment sections boiled. Some pitied me, some laughed, some said it was creepy romantic. Romantic. They didn't see what I saw, they didn't feel what I felt. I deleted my accounts, canceled everything. I vanished, moved far away. To a new apartment, changed locks. I thought I was safe now. But 1 week later, a package arrived. No label, no return address. Just a small USB drive inside. I plugged it in. The screen flickered to life. It was me, brushing my teeth in this apartment. I dropped the USB. My blood turned to ice.
Another chapter closed. Leave the candle lit in the comments and tell us what part of the story stayed with you.